What's up, everybody? Hey, man, Lone Star 360. We have the dogs here real quick. It's Ryan along with Zach and David, man. We hope you guys are doing good. Yo, say what's up to the dog. David, it's your
What's
dog.
up, Nova? How are
And
y'all?
Maple.
What's up, Maple? How are y'all?
Oh, Maple, look at
They are
so
part
cute.
They are part of the pod today.
They are part of the pod, okay? And
I'm gonna put her down though.
This little thing is Nova Bean Jackson. Okay. Anyway, yo, let's go ahead and get started, man. We have a lot of things to cover, okay? I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited to talk about it, man. And then also tonight, we got the Mavs game. So, hey, we got a lot of things that we want to go ahead and cover. David, before we get started, how you doing, my guy? How you doing?
I am doing excellent. Just a Tuesday, trying to get through the week. Holidays coming up. Hope everybody is getting work done, or at least looking like it, acting like it.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. For sure, dude. And Zach Carter, how you doing, bro? Have you gotten some Christmas shopping done, bro?
Yes, pretty much got it done. So just getting everything packaged up and ready to go. So
That's good, dude. That's good. That's good, man. Well, let's go ahead and get started without further ado. Man, we got to talk about last night. Last night, Cowboys played Cincinnati, okay? Man, I'm not going to lie to you. The start of the game was awesome, okay? We had that good pass from Cooper Rush to CeeDee Lamb to go ahead and hit that touchdown and everything like that. But, yo, what happened after that? Like, we were neck and neck, tied, everything like that. Basically, the whole entire game. So, Zach, what's going on? What happened with the boys? Why did we trip up?
typical Cowboy loss again. It's pretty much the last 30 years wrapped up in one play. A great play, great block kick, block punt, excuse me. And you know, they all they had to do was run out of bounds, get away from it. Shades of Leon Lett, and the Bengals recovered. Joe Burrow does his thing. Jamar Chase gets like a 48-yard reception to the house, and we end up losing 27-20. Pretty much our little glimmer of hope probably died after that. Yeah, it's been a tough season, been rough. I think Mike McCarthy's not gonna. I think he's not going to be let go. I think Jerry Jones is going to keep him. Now, I think that that's the wrong decision, and we can get into that. David and Ryan, we can get into it, but I think the biggest thing is they're going to keep him because Jerry Jones can control him and he can dictate what he wants to do. And yes, he's had 3 straight 12-5 seasons, but the play calling last night was very, very bad towards the end. Very just we're running the ball, running it down their throat, and you run 3 straight pass plays down, 3 seam routes to Kavontae Turpin. I mean, you can't do that. So it's just play calling and Jerry Jones' inability to let go of the reins is going to haunt this team for years to come. Like I said, we wanted them to lose, and then they start winning, and then now we want them to win, and now they start losing. So it's like we can't even do that right. We can't even tank right. Yeah. So it's like we can't do anything right. So it's like they're giving us hope that we're going to turn the season around, and then they pull this. So it's like I don't know what to think. I'm kind of just numb to the pain at this point. So
yeah,
it sucks. I mean, it really does.
Yeah,
it's easy to watch it and just like feel nothing. Like from the way the season is gone, it's like how do I even feel? Because I don't want to just get blown out. That's demoralizing. But at the same time, like sucks to lose. But we also like having a higher draft pick. So it's just like, what do we actually take away? What is there any silver lining?
When you watch them, is there anything that we can notably say
joyful
right now that we can look at other than DeMarvion Overshawn, which prayers up to him. He's probably out significant amount of time, maybe into 2026. Yeah, and maybe even more for next season. So that's the only bright spot that I think I can take out of this season is him and Cavante Turpin. That's it. But I mean, you look at other teams like the Panthers. The Panthers might be good next year. They might be a sneaky good team, you know. And
They
so,
had an
like,
excellent game on Sunday.
yeah, and we can get into that too. I mean, they had a great game. They should have beat the Eagles, really. Xavier Legette dropped that ball right in his hands. Bryce Young made a perfect pass. But, I mean, these young teams that are out there, there's like hope. And there's no hope with us. We've got horrible contracts. There's nothing to be proud of right now. I mean, and this is what Jerry Jones has made.
Yeah.
And it sucks. So,
Yo, but Cook, real quick, you were at the game, right? And how was the atmosphere? I just love talking about it. How was the atmosphere after that block kick?
I mean, it's like surreal. It's like you feel like everything changes, right? But then you real it's like also like a wave of confusion. So I look around and it just kind of murmurs, like hearing the sounds of the stadium and everything like that. It's surreal, like the confusion and like the feeling that you can feel in that stadium, which like wasn't very joyful for most of the game. It kind of felt like an office, like a Monday night, people get off work. Like it seemed like one of those things where the company rented out a suite and everybody's just kind of there. Like nobody really cared.
and that's another thing is like when we show up as fans, but it's like at what point is enough is enough? Like we're tired of it. You know, we're just the Green Bay game from that day forward. I mean, it's been nothing short of just a comedy show. I mean, that's where we're at right now. So, I don't know. I think there's a lot to be said. It's disappointing to say the least. Sucks because we're watching a franchise just completely fall flat on their face. A team that's the most valuable sports franchise in the entire world, just falling flat on their face.
It's one thing, and finish off that point. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good. You're good.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's one thing to like fall on your face and like they are failing, but like if you're gonna fail, like I don't know. I just think of it like from Micah Parsons' standpoint. The whole game, he's like an inch away from getting that sack. I don't know if he even got a sack that game.
He got one, but the thing is, Michael Parsons, the way he reacted, everybody's making a big deal about that. It's like, well, he wants to win, and he's one of the very few guys on this team that is actually wanting to go out there and win, and cares about winning, and cares about turning this franchise around. That's what we need, and he's said some outlandish things on his podcast. He said some stuff that kind of just like makes him look like, come on, dude, like just shut up and play type thing. But ultimately, I think he does care. He believes in his team, and he's played about as good as he can, given the circumstance. So, but
that's kind of what I was like getting at. Is like it must be so tough to care that much and be that close consistently, only to not, you only get one moment a game, and that's kind of where he's at right now. But to not get a culmination of that, like that must be so frustrating. And for his team to all be, kind of indifferent about it, like that's what I feel. Like there's a handful of guys that care, and the rest are just kind of coasting.
Yeah. I think this season is just the off season is going to be probably the biggest off season in probably franchise history.
What do you mean by that?
Just because the amount of uncertainty, just as a franchise as a whole, you don't know what we're going to do with Mike McCarthy. We don't know what we're going to do with Mike Zimmer. We don't even know what we're going to do with Dak, even though we signed him. We don't even know what we're going to do at running back. We don't even know who we're going to draft or like who's on our big board. We have free agents. We don't even know if we're even going to sign anybody. there's just so much. Is Jerry Jones going to finally let go of the reins? I mean, there's been talk of that. I mean, where are we at? You know, this is the most uncertainty I think that we've ever seen. Like 2020 was bad, but there was optimism. But this time around, it's like this is unprecedented. Like we've never. I don't think I've ever remembered so much uncertainty for the Cowboys since I've been a fan.
Yeah.
There was a direction when we had those bad years growing up. This is like there's no direction.
Like we were bad at full strength, so like why would we be good when Dak gets back? Like
Yeah, it's
that's not to
ridiculous
say he won't, come back and be good, but it's just like
yes,
we kind of know what we get. He's gonna. I mean, maybe he'll give us a good year.
he's been our quarterback for 8 years. We know what we've got. I love Dak, but
Ryan?
there's a we know what we're going to get out of him. He's going to get us to the playoffs, and we
Yeah.
might win a game. But like in terms of getting to that next level, I don't think he has that in him because we've given him so many teams
Real
to
quick
try to
question.
win.
Quick question for you guys, and I just want to know what the last 4 or 5 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks actually with Cooper Rush. Have you guys seen a difference between him and Dak, and also with the receivers with him and Dak? Do you guys see that difference, or is it about the same?
Cooper Rush, he knows the offense, and he can make some plays. But as far as making that elite level throw, he's not that guy. He might get a contract somewhere from a team that desperately needs a quarterback like Cleveland or
You talking about Cooper Rush?
yeah.
He might get it. Okay.
He might get a little contract somewhere depending on the Raiders, somebody that desperately just wants a quarterback that has some type of hope. He might get a contract.
I don't know.
But as far as somebody that Dak's leaps and bounds better than Cooper Rush talent wise. But Dak is not the guy moving forward because at this point, why don't we play Trey Lance? Why don't we see what we got? We gave up a 4th round pick for him, so what does it matter?
Yeah, and that just feeds into the culture for me. Like I don't know. Do they want to lean into the youth and lean into what could be next, or do they want to keep pushing for these playoffs, which like aren't going to happen?
No,
Like
it's a done deal. I mean, we might as well just lose out. We had our chance to make a run, and we lost last night, and that's it. So it's back to Tankathon.
I did hear that they had to escort. They actually had police escort the player that did not catch that blocked punt. I don't know who his name is. But
I'm sorry, but I have a public service announcement about that. I get it. People are mad at the guy. He made a mistake, but nobody's going to ever say that this was coaching. It was 100% coaching. Good teams don't do that. Great teams don't do that.
That's crazy. I did not know.
You don't see a Chiefs team do that. You don't see a Lions team. You don't see an Eagles team. You don't see the top echelon teams in the NFL do that kind of crap.
Wait, you're talking about try to catch the blocked punt, or
no? There's nobody like in that situation where he was sitting. It's coaching. Yes, he made a mistake. But John Fossil is at fault just as much as he is. What was his name? Okorikwe or Okorongwe or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Sorry if I butchered your name. But I mean, yes, he has fault in it, but John Fossil should be getting heat for it too. Because he's the special teams coordinator. It's coaching. You block a punt, in that situation you get away. Unless it's going backwards or something, like you don't. I know in the heat of the moment it's easy to say, but like you can't. You have to. It's coaching.
100% I understand what you're saying, but had he caught that and he's running for 6, you're not going to say anything.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with you on that.
He was in the heat of the moment, bro.
I agree.
He was the ball
both parties are at fault, and we can't just blame that one player for that mistake. Yes, he has fault in it, but John Fossil has a fault in it as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, okay, so just let me know. Okay, remember back in was that 2017, 2018, 2019, I think, when J.R. Smith, that whole shebang, when J.R. Smith kind of messed up and LeBron the whole meme and everything like that.
Yeah,
Was it the coach's fault that he did that, or was that like purely on J.R. Smith? Because that's kind of what I'm seeing with this type of play.
I get the comparison. I get it. But in terms of that moment, that was 100% him. He wasn't aware of the time and all that. But here's the deal, coaches preach rules. They bring in officials to preach rules to these players. And if you don't know the rules and you're playing in the NFL, that's a huge problem. And that's all 100% coaching. Now we don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but the fact that they're doing that is and the way that it happened, I mean, it speaks volumes. And I feel bad for the guy. I genuinely do. Anybody that's trying to put death threats on this guy shouldn't be a fan.
It does not matter.
They don't need to be. I mean, it's no, like
Yeah.
it's disappointing, it's heartbreaking, but like, you know, it's heat of the moment. So I'm not too worried about it.
That is a good question, Ryan. I mean, I like the relationship between player and coach, and like there's fundamentals, and then there's like understanding what your coach wants. And like for J.R. Smith, I think like that was so situational, but like also you can think of LeBron as like a player coach. So I'm sure he like had, he wants that ball, and he's probably telling everybody, I want that ball. I don't know. It's just like being on the same page with your teammates. Like that's what a championship team does. Like they communicate well.
Exactly.
They know what to do, you know, moment by moment, because this moment, you can't compare to that moment. Like it's kind of situational.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree on that. And I mean, like just like in the Chargers and Chiefs game. And I know we're kind of going kind of more in the Cowboys direction, but NFL
Easy to
just
do.
as a whole, it like the Chargers and Chiefs game. There was a good example of kind of just coaching and situational awareness. Is at the end they had a third. I think it was like a 3rd and 7, and the Chiefs had the ball. And the Chargers had them stopped. They had them dead to rights, but the Chiefs always. I will give them credit. Their receivers, their tight ends, they're always moving. They're always finding slots to get open for Mahomes to throw, and that's why they win for that very reason. And that 3rd down and 7, Mahomes scrambles out, and then he's able to break a tackle, and then throw it to Kelsey, ultimately icing the game. Stuff like that. There's a big difference between that and what happened on last night. I mean, championship teams do the little things perfect, and that's the biggest difference right now. And Mike McCarthy is not that guy. And yes, he's won a Super Bowl and all that, but it's been how long? 13. So we can't do that. So I
Well,
think I think it's just a great example of how far we are from winning a championship.
hey, let's go ahead real quick and speak about the NFL this weekend. All right, the NFL this weekend had a lot of great games, dude. Zach, you just mentioned the Chiefs and everything like that, dude. A game that I was head over heels for was the Rams game. Oh my gosh, Puka, Nakua, and Cooper Cup. All those guys are just making plays, dude. Like I think Cooper went for like one. He went for what, one over 100 yards. I know that for sure. To
Yeah.
me, that was just great.
It's all
David, what
good.
game stood out to you, bro?
Oh, what'd you say, man? That last part?
Yeah, what game stood out to you?
Yeah. So I was watching like for the fantasy matchups, my office league had like our season finale. And so um I watched the first half of LA Rams and then shortly realized my team didn't have a chance to win. But earlier in the day, I was watching the Panthers Philadelphia game, and man, that one like surprised me, like how good it was. I had Tuba Hubbard as well as Adam Thielen picked him up off the waiver. And man, they were cooking. It was a great game. Bryce Young was
I just
letting
want
it
to
fly.
say, how do you feel about the loss on fantasy football, David?
Indifferent. It was honestly like a prep week for me. I don't feel like
So you're not going to give me credit for the win.
I do give you credit. 200 points is an impressive feat.
Thank you.
For sure.
Appreciate it. Good luck in
Good
the
job,
look in the
Zach.
playoffs.
Hey,
I appreciate you.
I had to play a little spoiler, because my team kind of just fell on its face,
Fair
But
enough.
it's okay. It's okay. I'm shooting for not last place.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Zach, what games did you like, bro?
Man, the Bills and the Rams game was hectic. No defense whatsoever. The Rams are a sneaky good team right now. I don't think anybody really wants to play them. I think the Bills are still a top 5 team. I think they're one of the 5 teams I think that could probably take the Lombardi home. I think, like I said, the Philly and Carolina game was crazy. Bryce Young has a great future. I'm very happy for him. I know he had some struggles, and I hated for Xavier Leggett. I was hoping that they would have pulled that one through against Philly, just because we hate Philly. But those 2 games, and then the nightcap was pretty. It was a great game, the Chargers and Chiefs. Now, did I want the Chiefs to win? Absolutely not. But it was an entertaining game, very defensive game, old school, which, not very many of those anymore. So overall, I mean, there's three really good games. Really enjoyed just football Sunday there. Ryan, I know you watched the Bills and Rams, but is there any other ones that
Also,
you're
kind of
looking
like
at?
just going back to the Philadelphia game, man. Saquon Barkley, dude, a franchise record this past game, bro. Most rushing yards in Eagles history, bro. So that's pretty dope. And if you got a lot of people, I was asking people at work and things like that, like, do they know who this guy is? I mean, like, if you don't know who he is, you probably better know who this guy is, because he's about to continue to set records and everything like that. Not only for the Eagles franchise, but for the NFL as a whole, dude. Dude can run out the room, man. Oh my!
It's gonna be between him and Derrick Henry right now.
Him and Derrick Henry. Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And going back to Derrick Henry, we could have had Derrick Henry for the same price as Ezekiel Elliott. I'll leave it at that.
And we could have had Saquon for probably a little bit more.
Yeah, man.
But do we want to get back into that? Because I am about tired of Jerry Jones.
Hey, man, let's go ahead and switch over, dude. Let's talk about, man, college football now. All right, college football. Zach, I know you were talking about earlier that, man, it was championship weekend this past weekend, and now we have our 12 teams and everything like that. I want to know from your perspective, dude, like, out of these 12 teams, what's your biggest prediction about what's going to happen here coming up?
Man, it's going to be an interesting playoff. I'm excited for this. This is unprecedented. It's been something that all college football fans have been wanting for as long as we can remember. I think the 2 teams to watch out for that are not being heavily talked about. I mean, they are, but they're kind of like a Cinderella story type. The 2 teams I really want y'all to keep an eye on right now is Arizona State with Cam Scatterbo. That dude, that running back, he's unbelievable. He's the most underrated running back, I think, in the entire country. Nobody's really giving him anything because he plays at Arizona State. But look up some of his highlights. Look up some of his highlights. The dude can freaking play.
He says he is the best.
Really?
That's a statement that he made. Yeah. I feel like I am the best.
I mean, I love the confidence.
That's that guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's but I mean, look at his highlights. Look at the numbers he's put up. I mean, he's got Arizona State in there as a 4 seed. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And if he plays, if Texas ends up beating Clemson in the first round, Texas got their hands full with Arizona State. And then the other team is, Boise State. I think Boise State might surprise a lot of people just because of Ashton Jeanty. And just they do weird stuff in the playoffs, in bowl games. And their first game is in the Fiesta Bowl, and we all know when they did the hook and ladder and the Statue of Liberty play against Oklahoma, they've had a lot of history over there, and their first playoff game is at the Fiesta Bowl. So I wouldn't put it past them to get to the semifinals. I mean, they're a viable team, but I do think the favorite right now, barring Carson Beck's injury, I think Georgia should be the odds-on favorite. I think Oregon's a little bit overrated, just a little bit. I think they're a great team, but I think they're going to run into, I think they're going to run into a Tennessee team or Ohio State, either one of those. I think they might, take that one. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I don't know about y'all, and then we've got a little local flavor, SMU, in there.
And pause.
So
I just want to talk about that right there. First of all, I didn't think SMU was going to get it. Was it over Alabama, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
which Alabama? God. I'm sorry, Alabama fans, but you have 3 losses. Why are you complaining? You lost to Oklahoma, you lost to Vanderbilt, and you lost to Tennessee. Yeah, sorry, but you're not getting it.
Alabama was going to get it. I really thought that. That's crazy. That was
they get favoritism. I mean, it doesn't matter.
It is crazy. I mean, consistently for like how many years have they made the Final Four? The past 10 at least? I don't know. Something like that.
That's crazy.
I'd love to know.
I think they've made. I mean, as long as I can remember, they've been in it at least every year, except for maybe like once.
Yeah,
and then they didn't even make the 12 team. So it's crazy how stuff has changed with the NIL and transfer portal and all that. So
okay,
a lot of teams are relevant.
I got you. Alabama, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2020, 2021, 2023. So just a couple gaps.
2 years.
Yeah.
They didn't make it.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's wild.
The Nick Saban effect.
Do you think SMU has a shot? Do we think SMU has a shot?
Why should I believe SMU?
They got a shot.
I think Penn State might roll them, to be honest.
Yeah. They got...
But you never know. We don't really know what to expect with this playoff. We've never seen it before.
Right. It's the merging of conferences, and it's kind of... It's like a reality check. Like, are we really the team we think we are? Like, I don't know. And some SEC teams will get upset too. So I mean, it's going to be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen, but
I'm excited for it. It's going to be fun. I think we're all looking forward to it. But yeah, hopefully it won't disappoint.
Yeah, like A&M disappointed you.
Yes,
that was a low blow, my man.
That was
but they disappointed me too.
That hurt. But hey, there's always next year.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the heart, guys. Speaking of heart, though, let's go ahead and get our hearts into the Mavericks coming up here in like probably 15 minutes now.
Yeah,
we're in the cup. What is the? I can't stand it. I know we're playing the Thunder. Cusp, yes.
Hell yeah.
But we're playing the Thunder.
We're in the cup, baby. We're in the cup.
The NBA Cusp.
I know we're playing the Thunder, okay? I haven't really been checking up on the Thunder recently. How's Chet Holmgren doing?
Dude,
that's your boy.
We really need to have this conversation.
He's hurt.
I don't care. We're going to have this conversation right now.
He's had a great start to the season until then.
We're going to have this conversation right now about Chet.
No, we're not.
The most overrated power forward in the game.
How is he overrated, bro?
He's not overrated.
He's not
yes,
overrated.
He is. The praying mantis strikes again.
Okay. The praying mantis.
What happened last year whenever we played him?
Praying mantis. The prey
got locked up. He needs to eat something because the man looks anorexic.
Come on, man. He's young,
bro. Okay, they could say the same about Wembanyama.
Dude, he gained like 30 pounds.
I mean, he still looks like a stick. Like,
but he's elite. Chet
I mean,
Holmgren is
he is
not.
elite. No, I'm not saying that.
Chet
But you
Holmgren
can't
is not
say
elite.
that just because he's skinny, means that like he sucks.
Dude, Chet can ball.
Like get off of Chet. What's up with you, bro? Hey, come on now.
I
Zach
just don't
hates
like.
white people.
I just okay. All right, that's not true. I just don't think he's.
You love white people?
I love all races. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Barely. He said barely.
I'm just race baiting here.
Yeah,
That's my
you
bad.
really are. You really are. I think that Chet is a good player, but he's not an elite level player that they try to put him out. He's a role player, and like it's okay to be a role player. You know,
Dude,
like
everybody on OKC is
I
a
don't
role
understand.
player.
So Shea is a role player.
Shea is the exception. But like look at
Well, he's Mr. Flop, so we're gonna get a lot of ticky tack calls tonight.
I don't know what your vendetta is. You're acting like people said he was the next Jordan.
He's not.
Obviously, you're acting like people said
He's
that.
Michael Kidd Gilchrist with a jump shot.
Hey, don't disrespect Michael Kidd Gilchrist like that. No, he's terrible.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
hey, you gotta watch out for my boy Alex Caruso.
Oh, Alex Caruso, the Aggie. I like it.
Yeah,
The ball boy from A&M, actually. He was the ball boy at A&M.
Hey.
That was cool. He's from College Station.
But I was going to make a point about the tournament, and all four of the teams I noticed, the Magic, what is it, the Bucks, Mavs, and Thunder, they're all on fire. Like they have all like won like at least 8 out of the last 10.
Mavs are 10 out of 11, right?
Yeah, I believe so. 10 out of the last 11.
I think we're up to 7 in a row. We're tied for second in the West.
Wow.
So we've come a long way. If we can win this one, I think that's going to be huge for us going forward. And I think we could go on a run to the levels of being the number one in the West if we can just keep it going. I think we've gelled. So it'll be interesting tonight to see how we this is a good test for us.
Do we think Clay gets over or under 1.5 threes? That's
I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over, and you better watch out for PJ Washington tonight. He kills the Thunder. He's the Thunder killer. I think he's going to have a big game tonight.
Oh yeah,
that's what you call lightning, man. Thunder killer. That's lightning. Okay, he's lightning.
Okay. Wow, that was an enlightening comment you just made,
yes,
Ryan.
Good job.
I had to think about it. But you also know who's going to show up tonight? My guy, Josh Giddey.
Oh, my God. Are we really going to have that conversation? Josh Giddey?
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey. Can we go back to Ryan's point? I really want to. Can you say that one more time?
My guy, he's going to show up tonight.
Is he going to show up from Chicago?
No.
Is he going to show up at the high school?
For the Chicago Bulls, buddy. Yeah, get your facts straight, buddy.
See,
Ryan's still out here in 2023.
Hey man, it's okay. I just want to say
elite ball knowledge, Ryan Jackson.
It is okay. I will say that trade kind of was one of the. I don't know. It was swept under the rug. I don't think Chicago didn't want us to know about it, and nobody else really cared.
Who wants Josh Giddey on their team? That's just a meme.
Hey,
if you know, you know.
I think he was in a bad situation.
That's all it was. It happens.
It doesn't just happen, Ryan. You don't.
Well, no, it doesn't.
I would want to say it like that, but I mean,
you did.
There's sometimes there's a bad situation in it,
Well,
I'm sure.
Well, no, Ryan,
you're digging yourself a hole.
You are. I think there is a point to be made. I think like you gotta. He's a young guy. You gotta kind of know the situation you're getting into when you live a a wild life of a NBA superstar. So I mean, he needs
Role
to
player.
grow up a little bit and like maybe find a wife or something, somebody that's gonna take
Yeah,
care of
maybe
him.
so, because that whole situation was no. And
I
Ryan's
do
over
not
here
envy him.
condoning it.
I'm not condoning it, dude. Like he should never do that. No, never.
Okay, we just want to make sure that you're
Yes. No,
not condoning that sort of behavior. Thank you.
not like that. But dude, I do want to say this. Let's bring it back to the Mavericks real quick. There's a guy who could potentially be a part of the Mavericks, and that is TJC's own Jimmy Butler. So he has 3 teams he's looking at: Mavs, I think, Spurs, and then what's another team he's looking at?
Houston and
Houston.
Think
That's what.
there's only
Cleveland?
3. Yeah, well, it's
I think
Mavs,
Cleveland.
Spurs, and Warriors.
Okay,
Mavs,
I guess
Spurs,
Houston's down of it now.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Mavs, Rockets, and Warriors. I
Okay.
said Spurs. I meant to say
Gotcha.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, dude, and he's actually a really, there's a lot of sources that say that he's a really big Mavs fan and he really wants to come out, and play Mavs. Now, let's talk about it. How would that look if he came out and played in B-Town?
I don't think it'll be. I think it's just too much ball dominance going around. You got to think about it. Luka and Kyrie are working now. They've gelled, but Jimmy Butler needs the ball. Is he going to take a backseat and just play defense and be a defensive guy and 3-and-D type guy? Is he able to get into that role? Because if not, I don't think it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like thinking about what would his role be. I think there's a situation where it could work. Like if he is able to take a backseat, like he's going to be. I mean, in the fourth quarter, like there's no reason you wouldn't want him on your team. Making stops, getting steals, hitting a one-on-one contested jump shot. Like he's great for that.
Yeah, he can get a bucket. It's just we have guys that can get a bucket.
And on the other side, thinking about like managing our team, I don't know what we could really like give up. Like our youth has a ton of upside, like with Hardy and I mean, obviously like Lively, Gafford. I feel like all those guys are somewhat untouchable.
I don't want to get rid of Lively. That's just no. We can't. I want to keep the team we have. I think this year we have the pieces that we need. I don't think we need to make any drastic changes to this roster. We've got what we need.
The only few pieces I would consider would be like Clay, and I hate to do that because he just got here because I think he could be a good addition, but like it's still a lot of question marks with him. So I think
you got to have the championship pedigree. You got to have that knowing
that's fair.
what it takes to win.
That's a good point.
Luka knows how to win. He just doesn't know how to win here yet. Kyrie's been to the finals. He's won a championship. He knows, but Clay's been there how many times? He's won 4 rings. I mean, he can make shots. It's just he's a little bit older, but we need to have that championship pedigree on our team because I think that was what I think if we had Klay Thompson last year in the role that he is in now, I think that series against Boston in the finals might have gone differently. I'm not saying we would have won, but I think it would have been a 6-game series, a 7-game series. I think he makes a big difference in the playoffs.
When we talk about championship pedigree, you know who had that? Shove.
Took it from the free throw line. Yeah. No,
But
he was
I don't know.
legit.
Like I think it's one thing to win a championship, but like man, like he was not it.
Bro, but he was legit, David.
At one point, yeah.
Listen, like he was that last year, a couple years ago during the Mavs open practice. Him and Luka's connection.
He was good.
He was crazy. Yeah.
He's old now. He's old.
Preseason, like dude was that connection was fire. I thought JaVale and Luka may be the next somebody.
No.
Man.
The next somebody.
Ryan, these takes are crazy.
Dude, like they were awesome.
I will say, watching it in person, I thought we had something, and then and it was just absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah. Then he got injured, right? He got injured. I'm like,
It's
oh,
typical
dude.
JaVale McGee.
Every time we see him, he's just on the bench, and I'm like, dude, okay, now you're just wasting up his spot now, man. So,
That's because we had to play the GOAT, Dwight Powell.
Dwight.
The White Powell is the best ever. Do not disrespect the White Powell.
Have you guys seen the Twitter account that's like, did Dwight Powell get hit in the face? Every time he gets hit in the face, they post a video and it says yes.
And he does. It's like
And
it's
a
every
video.
game. It's every game he gets hit in the face.
Might have to repost that.
How much y'all willing to bet he's gonna get hit in the face tonight?
He's probably not going to play.
Okay, well then.
Hey, I predict he's going to play tonight.
I'd say like what couple minutes in the third quarter, right?
No, he's gonna play when we're up by 20.
Wow.
2 minutes left.
Okay.
For our listeners, by the time you listen to this, you will be hearing about a Luka triple-double. And
I need him to shoot. I need him to make 4 threes.
Why is that?
Because I just need him to make 4 threes.
Interesting number.
Why? That's so specific. Why?
You'll see.
Got some chips on it?
Just a few chips.
Okay.
Yeah,
Only $2.
Are they Ruffles, bro? I love Ruffles, dude. Doritos, man. Doritos.
Ryan, you never cease to amaze me.
Yeah, dude, you got chips, dude. That's amazing. Yeah. But man, I think that's a wrap, guys. Like, honestly, I think that's a wrap. I mean, hey, we talked about everything today. Guys, David or Zach, y'all got any final takes, man? What do you guys think? What's the prediction of this for the Mavs game tonight? What's the prediction?
Mavs win 106-92.
Okay, good prediction. Okay, we'll see.
Okay. Weak sauce. I say the Mavs are going to win by 25, and it's going to be 123 to, what did I say, 25?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do my math right.
123-98?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
There you go.
So,
Ryan, what's your prediction?
My prediction, I got Mavs 117 to 106.
You know what that means? We all picked the Mavs. That means the Thunder are going to win.
Yeah.
I picked Thunder. So I picked the Thunder. That's going to go 117 to 103.
This guy.
Oh, man.
We're going to have to clip that.
No, Ryan saved us.
Yeah, dude, I got your back, man. Shoot,
I'm going to clip it either way, so that way next show that whenever we lose, I'm going to be like, no, he said this first. And we're going to just wait. We're going to clip it.
Close. Should we do a challenge? Whoever's closest gets a little prize or something? Or the other two a punishment?
I think that's fair.
Zach's chips.
What?
The Ruffles, dude. Like, what,
That's
man?
not a punishment.
You are a viral moment waiting to happen.
I say whoever's not closest has to like sing a little song or something.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But Ryan wants to sing already.
Yeah, he's ready.
I don't think the people are ready to hear me sing. You know what I'm saying?
Might get ready for that, Ryan. Might lose.
I ain't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta hear Zach sing. I would love to hear Zach sing.
I'm not, because I'm gonna win.
Zach be like, Blues Clues. You can sing the Blues Clues theme song, or Dora, bro.
I would like to hear Zach sing Dora. Should we pick a song for each of us?
I'm gonna say Dora for me.
Zach singing Dora. David, Zach, what do you want David to sing? Can I give me some? Nah, I was
Party in the
something.
USA.
Yeah, Party in the USA. Okay, Miley. Yeah. Okay, Miley.
And Zach or Ryan.
Betty Wap.
Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
I want to hear him sing the SpongeBob theme song.
You can't really sing that. You just kind of say it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Do
Betty Wap, dude. Betty Wap, man. What?
No.
I'm like, hey, what's up?
You
Hello.
don't get to pick your song.
Come on now.
how about the national anthem?
Yes. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's test your singing skills for sure.
Good.
I'm ready for that.
Can't sing, dude. Yeah, and I'm ready for Dora, and I'm ready for Party in the USA. Miley, okay. I love Miley. I was just never mind. I was about to say something.
You gonna sign us out, or should I?
Huh?
You gonna sign us out?
Yeah, I'm about to sign us out, bro. Or you want to go ahead and sign us out? You ready?
I was just making sure you're gonna do it.
I think that
Yeah, sign us out, McCooks.
you need to change it up.
Okay. Well, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, I believe, if we're not still linked to Ryan's Facebook from our Instagram. But follow us on all those places, Spotify. We're on Apple Music as well here pretty soon. YouTube, just trying to get the word out. So we appreciate you guys.
TikTok.
Like and subscribe. Find us on TikTok, all that good stuff. We're going to be posting, and Zach's going to be doing funny things.
Get ready.
Anything else, Ryan?
Preview. Well, guys, appreciate you guys. We can't wait to hear you and see from you and see your comments, likes, everything. So, hey, man, let's turn up. Have a great week. Zach, anything from you, bro?
That's it. See y'all boys next week. Good show, and see y'all later.